I'm moving into my car. And I've never been more excited. 49 years old, and I finally figured out that the reason I keep losing things is because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I kept thinking I was screwing up and not doing life right. And I wasn't, but that's because I was doing life the way I was told I was supposed to do life. And then I did some research and realized there's a whole, I don't even know what you want to call it. There are other ways of living and doing things besides exactly the way everybody else is. Well, not everybody else, but the majority are. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to set out and do everything much more differently. I've been planning this for months. Not so soon, but there's someone in my family that I love very much and haven't seen in a couple years who's a little under the weather, so I'm going to go see her because I want to. And I've already planned, like I said, for a long time. I have resources for income. I have, and if I wanted to move into a place, I could, but I don't want to. I want to go meet up with all these ladies that are already on the road. I want to meet up with other people, not just ladies, but groups and other nomads, and start learning how to do online stuff and research my history and go see all the family that I really miss. And even some I haven't met or met long time ago. I don't care if it's a fourth cousin. If they want me to come visit, I'm going to go. I have kids here. I'm from Michigan. I have 2 kids here still. I have one down in Texas. And my youngest is about to graduate here in May, so I'm not going to be going for a long time. Just a couple weeks here and there. And the majority of my time will be here even after she graduates, but especially until then, because they're my whole life. And even though I really feel called to travel around, they are my first responsibility, and I gladly take that. So I want to be part of their lives as much as I can, and that's why I'm actually doing this, because I have not been able to most of their life, because I've just been struggling to exist. I'm jumping from job to job, but being the only one really responsible for all of their transportation, and it's just been a lifetime of accommodating other people, and I'm just done with it. And now that they're older and can accommodate themselves somewhat and come see me and all that, there's no reason for me to be here. I'm in a house nobody comes to, not because my kids don't want to, but it's not practical. It's a little bit further away, and it's not in the greatest shape despite all the upgrades I've been trying to do. And I've just been I haven't had no time, because I've been constantly struggling to make money to pay for this house nobody comes to that I don't want to be in. So I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I sitting here when I could go do what I really feel like I'm called to do, that I've asked my kids about, and they think it's amazing. I don't know about amazing. They're teenagers, so, you never know what they think, but they've both expressed that they're fine with it. And I realized I've spent my whole life trying to do something amazing and failing, not because I wasn't good enough at it, but because I tried doing it too much. I tried doing, like owning a business and running it all by myself and not knowing what I was doing, of course it's going to fail. And it's a very physical job. Having to do my hours around my kids' schedule. Sorry. I can't have a normal job because I have to get them and take them back and, or I don't see them. And there's a lot of men that just don't get that. They just say, well, just tell him he's going to have to come and get him. Well, it's not that easy because they just won't. And you want your kids to go to school, so you take them up there. It's just like, I have to. You have to. So, and I'm not that petty and stupid. I'm not punishing my children for somebody else's insane behavior. So, regardless, every time I get rid of something, I just get happier and happier. And I'm sitting here and I still feel like I'm going to get in trouble because I don't have a normal job and moving out of the only house that I have. But I mean, I have resources, but I mean, I'm not going to be homeless. I'm going to be houseless because I have felt the most comfortable in a vehicle almost my whole life. So why not make it into a little home and go reconnect with all the people that I love and miss and make new friends and family. Because I don't really talk to mine anymore. Not all of them, but just a few. The ones that are close here, and different story. But I don't want to be somewhere I'm not really thought of. So I'm going to go find people that will. So yeah, I don't have anybody to really tell this to, so I figure why not tell you? And you can come with me. Because I'm going to get a whole new everything. Almost everything. I'm going to rebuild a lot of bridges and make sure some stay burned. I've been lying to myself my whole life trying to impress other people, and it has not worked out. I still got cut off, and I'm still down to almost nothing. But now, after getting breast cancer and going to a really dark place because I found out that there was not a lot of support, I pulled myself out with my kids' help, but just me. And I wish I could say I had people that came and checked on me, but I didn't. So, and people that, texted and messaged here and there, but, the ones that should have didn't. So I'm going to go find new ones. I already found me. I never lost myself, but we're going to go get a little rewilding. Get a little Jamie's Joyride. You want to come along? I'll either make you feel better about yourself or inspire you to come along. Either way, it's going to be a hoot.